बच्चों कैसे हो? सब ठीक है ना? ज़्यादा परेशान तो नहीं कर रही हूँ ना? क्योंकि हमने तो ऑब्जेक्टिव सीरीज स्टार्ट कर लिए, उसमें सम बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट्स ऑफ केमिस्ट्री के कुछ ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑलरेडी कंप्लीट कर दिए। आज भी कुछ ऑब्जेक्टिव स्टडी करते हैं। सो विच वन इज द फर्स्ट वन? सी नंबर ऑफ ऑक्सैलिक एसिड मॉलिक्यूल्स. हाँ, मीन्स हियर वी हैव टू कंसिडर द नंबर ऑफ मॉलिक्यूल्स in 100 ml of 0.02 normal oxalic acid are. Means we have to find out the number of molecules present in 100 ml whose concentration is 0.0 normal. So now see, up to now I think so we have not seen such a problem in which we have to find out the number of molecules, volume is given, but that volume was in the STP, at STP, but here it is not given at STP. So how to find out? Now see, firstly I will write here some points. Which one is that? First one, we are going to write the number of molecules formula. Okay, number of molecules is equal to number of moles into Avogadro's number. Clear? This is the formula we required. This is the value, so no problem, but we should know that n means number of moles. How to find out the number of moles? Here normality is given. As we know that normality formula, normality is equal to mass of solute. So I will write here WA into 1000 divided by equivalent weight into volume of solution. So in that also there is a no number of moles. Then how to find out? See, another one formula is there, molarity. In that molarity, number of moles of solute into 1000 divided by volume of solution in ml. So this is the another one formula, means it is related to the molarity also. That's why I have taken molarity. Otherwise you will ask me that, ma'am, why we are not taking molarity? Listen, here normality and molarity, they are between them there is a one relation. What is that relation? Keep in mind that num. What is mean by that num? Normality is equal to molarity into valency. Okay, so this is the formula. So in that normality is known to us, valency we can find out. See, oxalic acid is there. In our last video I think so, or before 2 lectures, we have discussed that C2O4, it carries -2, like that SO4 2 minus, CO3 2 minus. That idea I have given to you, because oxalic acid, its formula is C2H2O4 2H2O. Actually this is the dibasic acid. This is the dibasic acid, means its basicity is 2. So here we can write the basicity also. So for that one we are going to consider basicity is equal to 2. Hope so everyone has completed this part. See, once again I am repeating. Firstly, what we have to find out? Number of molecule. That's why I have written this formula. After that, normality in that is given. That's why we have written no number of moles. Here it is there, but the relation between them we have written here. For that one, basicity is required. So as we know that oxalic acid is a dibasic, so its basicity is 2. Now we are going to put all this value in formula. Okay, now see here. This is the formula. Normality is equal to molarity into valency or basicity. What is the normality? 0.02 is equal to molarity. That basicity, that is 2, is divided to this one. So molarity is equal to 0.01. Clear to everyone? So in this way we have calculated the molarity. Now what we have to do? See, volume of solution is given and we have to find out. Molarity is given. Now after using this formula we have to use this formula. So here there is a no use of this first formula. Okay, now see, I am putting this value in this formula. So what will be the answer? Simply here, if we consider molarity, it is 0.01 is equal to n into 1000 divided by volume of solution is 100 ml. So 20 get cancelled. N is equal to, here 10 is multiplied, so it will go to that side, it will get divided. So 0.01 divided by 10. So n is equal to 0.001. So that many number of moles are coming. So next step, that is the last step. What is that? Just we have to put this value in this equation and multiply with the Avogadro's number. Hope so everyone has completed this part. Now see, number of molecules is equal to n, that is 0.001 into Avogadro's number, that is 6.023 into 10 raised to 23. Here 0.001, that is nothing but 1 into 10 raised to minus 3 into 6.023 into 10 raised to 23. I have shifted the decimal to the right hand side. See, previously also I have given idea, when we are shifting that decimal to the left side, power increases, but when we are shifting to the right hand side, power decreases. So answer will be 6.023 into 10 raised to 20. So that many molecules of the oxalic acid will present in the 100 ml of 0.02 normal solution. So which one is the correct option? Option A is the correct answer. Hope so everyone understood this first objective. So second one, what is that? 25 ml of, it is the volume, 3 molar, means here molarity and volume of solution is given. Whose solution is there? It is of the HNO3, are mixed with 75 ml 4 molar HNO3. Means if we consider we are having 2 beakers, in that both are the solution of the HNO3. Okay, after that they have given its volume, that is 25 ml. And its volume is 75 ml. First one, its concentration is 3 molar and second one, its concentration is 4 molar. Okay, what we have to find out? If the volumes are additive, means if both are added to each other, so what will happen? That 25 when added to 75, finally that solution will become 100 ml. But what about the molarity? That we have to find out. Clear to everyone? Means when these two solutions are added, then that solution what we are getting after mixing of these two, of that solution concentration should be what will be there. So for that one, what we have to see here, the molarity of final mixture would be. So here simple thing is that firstly we have to observe the given solution is of the same substance or not. Here if we consider these two solutions, both are of the HNO3. So simple formula we have to use, that is the M3, that is the molarity of mixture. Volume V1 plus V2 is equal to, what will be their next one? If we consider this formula, in that we can say that, hope so everyone understood this part. Now for that one, which formula we have to use? Simply we have to use the formula M3, which is the molarity of mixture. V1 plus V2, volume of these two solutions which are mixed with each other, equal to M1 V1 plus M2 V2. So this formula we have to use when that solution is of the same substance or same chemical. Now see, M3 we have to find out. We know that volume V1, what is that? V1 is 25, V2 is 75, M1 is 3 molar, M2 is 4 molar. Okay, just we are putting all this value in this formula. So 25 plus 75 equal to M1 is 3 into 25. Okay, plus M2 is 4 into 75. So simply if we are adding them and multiplying with this given material, then we are getting M3 into 75 plus 25, that is the 100, equal to 25 3s are 75 plus 5 4s are 20, 7 4s are 28 plus 2 30. Okay, means here 100 M3 is equal to 375. So simply M3 is equal to 375 divided by 100. So here our answer will be M3 is equal to 2 decimal we are shifting from back side to the front side. So 3.75 molar. That will be the concentration of the mixture. Hope so everyone understood that this is the option C. This is the correct answer. So third problem is the mole fraction, means here this problem is related to the mole fraction. So for that one, you will say that ma'am, you are not reading that problem completely. But in the beginning only we are getting that mole fraction, means we should know that formula. Mole fraction of the solute is denoted by XA equal to number of moles of solute divided by number of moles of solute plus number of moles of solvent. XB, mole fraction of solvent. I don't know exactly whose mole fraction we have to find out, but we should know both formula. That's why we will revise here for our purpose. So Na plus Nb. Okay, means these two problems, those two formulae are important. Mole fraction of NaCl means NaCl in a solution, means NaCl is the solute. Clear to everyone? So containing 1 mole of NaCl means number of moles of solute is given, that is 1 mole. Clear? Next one, of NaCl in 1000 gram of water means Wa is given, Wa not Wb is given. Wb means mass of solvent, it is 1000 gram. Clear to everyone? You will say that ma'am, how we can find out that one? Listen carefully. Once again we are reading that problem. When 1 mole of NaCl is dissolved in a 1000 gram of water, gram is there means it is the mass in water. So mass of water is given, that's why we have written here Wb, because water is the solvent. Clear to everyone? So here to calculate that, whose mole fraction we have to find out? Mole fraction of NaCl. NaCl is solute, means we have to find out the mole fraction of solute. So for that purpose we should know Na, means number of moles of solute, it is given, that is 1 mole. So only one part remain, that is the number of moles of solvent. How to find out? As we know that number of moles, there is a formula, that is W by M, means mass upon molar mass. It is related to solvent, so it is also related to the solvent. Mass of the solvent, how much it is? 1000 grams. So 1000 divided by molar mass of water, it is well known, that is the 18. So number of moles will be 55.56 we can say here. So simply XA is equal to Na upon Na plus Nb, that formula we are writing once again, and after that 1 divided by 1 plus 55.56. So it will be 1.56.56, and after that calculation we will get the answer, and hope so you will calculate it, and for that one option A is the correct answer. Clear to everyone? So here we have completed today's objective part. Thank you all of you.